right. Hello, 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 everyone. It's I, Ethan the Red Toucan. Thank you guys so much for coming in and watching. Um, I am here playing some Dragon Age Origins with our lovely fellow Tuki Kuzland. His last name automatically puts it in there because we did the Tuzland storyline. So, here we are. Let's go talk with the King, Loghain, and Duncan as Duncan requested us to do. We're at the battle. We are at Ostagar to drive back the Darkspawn army.
Of the past, and you will remember who is king. How fortunate Marek did not live to see his
Rolls up in your mini Lambo that you're driving around your house. Oh my goodness, Tempest, how are you doing today, sir? I said keep on doing today, but we literally just spoke about 2 hours ago, so wasn't that long ago. But it is 9:34 for you there. How are you feeling tonight, this evening? Thank you, Your Majesty. I don't know, man. How am I? Sounded like you were doing well before, but at the same time, I don't not quite know. It sounds like you're doing more than well because you're rolling up in your mini Lambo that you wanted so badly. Oh, you're showing her some pictures? We were going to. Well, we actually have right here on our wall a map. We're eventually going to go at some point in Walmart and get some. Arcadia, how are you? Yeah, she did ask. She did ask. We were gonna get some multicolored pins and put pins in places like where everybody's at. Ah, yes. Hello, Arcadia. How are you? I am Uncle Ethan. I'm supposed to be the fun uncle, but apparently I wasn't very fun yesterday, so I apologize. I am doing good. I'm doing good, and it sounds like Tempest is doing good because he's been rolling up in a mini Lambo that he's been saying that he's rich now and he gets to drive it around. Do my best, Your Majesty.
No signs of any dragons in the wilds. Isn't that what your men are here for, Duncan? Yes, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, the Tara and Speaker are unnecessary. The simple not trust any lines to your spells,
You have a rich father, it seems. Yes, should be spoiling you to death with all this money that he's got, throwing around willy nilly, buying himself mini Lambos and everything. Oh yes, to Rip Dragon. Yeah, yeah, of course. He seemed very, very happy that we raided. I like Rip Dragon a lot. He's a really cool dude. Glad to finally get him in contact with Sandra. I was like, God, we gotta get these Portuguese people together. He is a good fellow. Very good fellow. I was telling Caitlin, like, we've got to. I mean, Rip Dragon's where we met Arcadia, and gotta get everybody, gotta get the community together, gotta combine us, get us together. Where is the Tower of Ishal exactly? Rip's a cool dude. He he is how I want my beard to eventually be. I want my beard to eventually be like by Rip Dragons. If you can tell you what, Tempest, if you could start at midnight and end at midnight the next night, do a 24-hour stream. That'd be incredible. I thought, you know what's funny is I thought about trying to do something like that on a day where I have nothing to do, like on like a Friday. I start on a Friday night or like a Saturday morning, Saturday morning at 12 a.m. and I stream until 12 a.m. Sunday. 24-hour stream. I thought about it, just not even stopping. 24-hour birthday stream. That'd be fucking cool. Sounds easy enough. Can we join the battle afterwards? Thought about it. Doing a big game like probably it had to be a couple games. Arcadia? Just having to throw that shit out there. Nothing wrong with Tukey. With the Arsenia Pierce. How much time do we have? Are we in any danger?
Just not enough to actually fight with the rest of you.
Oh, I do love that emote. I think Caitlin did a good job with it. That was actually her favorite character, like from an outside standpoint looking in. Like just because she doesn't like, I don't know what it is about her. She hates space battles. She hates like space games and stuff like that. Very, if you had to go into space and go from planet to planet, she's not down for it. I don't know. She just doesn't like it. So, it doesn't matter if it's futuristic as long as it's like on one planet. You don't go anywhere else. Please stay on one planet. She'll love it. Otherwise, she's not a big fan. So I don't know what it is about. She absolutely can't stand Mass Effect, but loves Dragon Age. Yeah, it's just a weird thing. So, oh, Alistair's leveled up. So, we really got to get her into it. I've been doing everything I can to get her into it, but she just will not. Oh, I forgot. He's got to have dexterity, too. Yeah, go ahead. I forgot. I need to kind of get him to... Oh, yeah. He needs strength and dexterity. I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, I agree. I agree. I fucking love it, Tempest. You know I do, man. I play it on... I play BioWare. I'm playing it on my stream, so... As much as everybody's already played it at this point on their stream. I think you guys saw me go Mass Effect. I did Pharos. Is what I did on my I'm at Pharos on my Mass Effect stream. Um and which sucks. We already talked about it. Yeah, because you did beat Mass Effect 1, didn't it? Last shot, actually, it wasn't that long ago. I think it was like about 2 or 3 weeks ago. He finished Mass Effect 3, and he went immediately into Mass Effect Andromeda and vetoed that shit almost immediately because he thought it was so boring. Yeah, it's really dark. Is it really dark for you guys? It looks really dark on my end. I mean, not on my screen up here, but like right here on my cap, like looks like on my Streamlabs, it looks really dark. Probably need to up the brightness, don't you think? Kinda, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna increase the brightness a little bit. 9:40. You gonna go to bed, Sir Tempest? Completely understand if you do. Completely understand. Dude, fucking go. Like, dude, hurry up. Don't leave. Stop. I know you're not going anywhere. Now, when you said you're going to try and get some sleep, now, are you, like, not going to stay up until 5 a.m. and going to stay up until 4:59 a.m.? Or what are you doing? Because I know you, what your implication is, like, I'm not going to stay up as late as I did. I may have stayed up till 5:05, but, I mean, this time I'm not going to go past 5 a.m. See, I went to bed earlier than I did yesterday. It sounds like something Tempest would say. I went to bed earlier than I did. Still stayed up till 5 a.m. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'll have you know. Here we are. Oh, look at that glorious sausage. Oh, the face. Oh, man. Run. Yep, because of that. Gotta keep running before they fucking get you. Before they blow up these things here. It's earlier than yesterday. That's a goal for a lot of people. Good. Tippus, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. Put a goal in mind, and you'll set it. So that's going to be 2 p.m. for us. All right, no, not 2 p.m. That is going to be 4 p.m. for us. I don't know. I just zoned out. Yeah. Good 2 more hours. Go to bed in 2 more hours. I'll be monitoring, making sure you go to bed when you should. Yeah, sort it up. I start college tomorrow. I'm going back to school for business. It will benefit my work since it's such a generic degree. You have to I wouldn't say you have to, but if you want to move up, it is very much recommended to get a degree. There's quite a few times I have seen people passed over for a job, and people get selected for that job that are not as qualified simply because they have a degree and the other person did not. Are you going back to school, Tempest, for that very reason, or? I thought about animation. Caitlin's kind of getting into it. You know, she's been experimenting with GIFs. She made that toucan flying GIF. You know, when people follow. You're doing free Google classes. That is perfectly fine. It's very good. I thought about looking up like some stuff like that, doing anime. I'm not really an artistic person. Everybody has benefits, like things that they're really good at. Mine is math. I don't know why. I've never really wanted to be like a mathematician or be an accountant or anything like that, but math always came so easy for me that it'd be stupid of me not to try and like benefit from it. So a lot of my business degree is based around accounting and stuff like that. Caitlin's gift is art. Obviously, you guys know that. I mean, it's so she wants to get into animation and do stuff like that. She even went to school for digital technology. You know, being able to learn things like Premiere Pro and Photoshop and stuff like that, doing digital editing and everything. She never did finish. I don't think she will, but who knows? Especially here in America, like since we have a kid, she could just go to school for free if she wanted to. I mean, Pell Grant pays for almost 99% of it. History, I'm always good. I love history. I'm always good with history, but I've the only real thing, in my opinion, that history can really benefit you from is if you're going to turn around and teach it, or be a historian, or work for a museum or stuff like that. You can make a lot of money as investing in history. Don't ever not invest in history. But if you're not going to go into a field that pertains to history, then it's not going to benefit you. So I'm not gonna go into a field of history. So especially my job and the company I work for, history is a good thing. It's basically puts me towards your degree. Its requirements, some things, but it's not actually gonna benefit you in your job. Um, I can imagine it not being good there. You have to basically go to a place where like you have a high established museum, and if you can possibly get a job there, like if I wanted to, I was really good at history there for a while. And obviously, I mean, Arcadia knows if she's from America, like us, that which I think you are. I think you said you're from Kentucky. I think is what you said. Am I wrong? You said where Lincoln's from, right? Um, Arcadia. Um, but you'd have to go to places like the big cities where they've got really good museums, or you become a college professor teaching it. I think the best place to be a historian and to get the most money in America would be obviously the Washington D.C. with the Smithsonian. If you're lucky enough to get a job with them, it really depends. I thought about archaeology. Um, I had a friend of mine who wanted to be an archaeologist as well. Um, the same guy that I think I told Arcadia and Sandra before. He was like 350 pounds. He's a big dude, just generally a big dude. Not fat, not nothing. Just that's how he was built. He really wanted to be an Egyptologist. But he just to do anything to get anywhere, you had to be a doctor. You had to get like your doctorate in history, and you have to kind of specialize in a specific history. And he was going to do Egypt, um, uh, and basically to even become a doctor in Egypt, obviously you have to do any doctorate. You have to do uh, was it? It starts with a P. It's not. It's oh, prestidigitation. No, no. You guys probably know. You guys know it's on the tip of my tongue. It's a giant essay, basically like a 200, 300 page essay. If you guys know what I'm talking about, to do that to get your doctorate in anything. And a lot of times it's for history, it's basically about like a historical fact that you helped discover. So you have to even get your doctorate. In normal times, your doctorate would take you 8 years from the very first day of classes where your associate dissertation. Yes, Arcadia got it. You have to do a dissertation on a archaeological find that you helped discover. So like you're spending probably the last 2 years after you get your master's in history, you have to spend the next 2 years in the field, just wherever. If you wanted to investigate in medieval England, like you wanted to get a doctorate in medieval literature, you're spending the next 2 years in and all throughout Europe running around to libraries, finding something out that nobody else knew. Yes, Tempest did get it. Thank you, Tempest. I couldn't remember what it was, but I knew what it was, but I didn't remember what it was called. So, um, thank you, Tempest, for coming in with that. Yeah, the dissertation. It's like a 200. It's a huge fucking essay. You turn it in, it's like a stack of pages about that thick. Yeah, it's basically an essay, but like yeah, like 200, 300 pages long. Depends on the teacher that you have that requires it. A lot of them have like actual page requirements. It didn't start with a P. Yeah, I was exactly wrong. I don't know why I thought a P. Maybe I thought a precipitation. I mean precipitation. Like all those kinds of things are close to it. But I wasn't even close. Thank you so much, Tempest, for getting that. I wouldn't even got it because as Arcadia said, I thought it started with a P. I was completely off. No point. They're in the wrong place. Last shot. Hello, sir. How are you? How are you today? How's that baby? When did I sneak back online? About 22 minutes ago. I waited too long. I was going to come back on immediately at noon, but Caitlin told me um, that she wanted to stream after we had lunch, and so I just didn't. You know, I didn't want to like get started streaming, and then she told me, "Okay, now it's my turn to stream." So I fuck. I waited and waited, and Caitlin went out and checked her traps today and caught 2 raccoons. So she is busy skinning them in the basement and getting the hides ready and everything. And so she decided she's just gonna wait until 3:30, which I think she's going to play Animal Crossing with Genova. Yeah, Caitlin does. That's how you get money for them. You know, you skin the hides and you flesh them and salt them, and then you turn around and sell them. Discard a book. Oh, sweet. History of the Chantry. Yeah. She skins them. Yeah. She can you ask for a raccoon hat? Sure can. Yeah. She has the hides for it. That's Caitlin's hobby that she gets in with COVID, that she got with COVID. Um, Never heard of people doing that? I mean, that's how it was. Yeah, you really can. Do you want a raccoon? She'll have to make it, try to figure it out. We haven't fleshed any yet. Um, which fleshing is like where you take the hide, the skin, and then you'll like take a knife and you'll just like scrape away all the meat and everything that's left on the hide. So you just have the leather. That then you can take salt and you'll rub it in there and dry it, and it'll make it leather, and you'll have the fur on one side and then leather on the other. Yeah, I've told her I want a raccoon hat. It's just kind of a hobby, Arcadia, that she got into with COVID. We live out here in the mountains. We have chickens, so you know things like raccoons, coyotes, and yeah, I mean you mostly get raccoons for their fur though. A lot of people buy them for their fur. But yeah, what we don't use, which we don't really use, we don't have anything we really use them for, but she sells them. You can sell them online. There's people out there that will buy them, turn them into like leather belt. I'm not say leather belts, but they'll turn them into like fur, different kind of like fur things, like raccoon hats, stuff like that. And people that do a variety of things with them. Taxidermists will take them and make dioramas for of stuffed raccoons and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean it's actually, but luckily it's kind of like look with our chickens getting killed by raccoons and coyotes, like we have as part of like our farm, we have to kind of eliminate them, get rid of them. So this way, we're actually utilizing every part. We're not just killing them and throwing them away. It's oh, that's my wife now. Hello. Hey. Today? Oh, okay. Well, tell her to holler at me when she gets here. All right. Love you. Goodbye. Raccoon rug. It'd be really hard to do one like that last shot. They're not real big. Raccoons aren't real big. The rug would be like that big, and that's about it. That's really why they make hats out of them and not rugs. Well, I'm sorry, Arcadia. Sorry to ruin your day. But as I was kind of saying, like we kill them anyway to protect our livestock. It's just kind of part of being a farmer. You have to. It is toucan, Mr. LD. Oh man, pit spread. But that way, with this way we're getting rid of them, but we're actually using them at the same. Like it's not a. Hi, yeah. Yeah. So it's better environmentally. We're actually doing something, about it. It's not like a waste of life or waste of nature, So I am doing good, Mr. LD. How are you doing? We are doing really good. We're doing a lot better today than we were yesterday. Yesterday we were going through absolute hell. Can you eat them? There's people that do. We don't really. There's a lot of people that do. Um, we actually take the meat, and use it as bait for more traps. So, so as I said, like we're utilizing every part. We don't waste anything of it. Um, if we don't eat it, we use it as bait. So, yes, we do eat squirrels. Squirrels actually taste pretty good. Squirrels taste really good. It's a lot different. A lot different. What do squirrels taste like? Um, how do I describe it? If you ever had, this is probably gonna be weird. If you ever had rabbit, rabbit's got to be pretty common. I mean, have any of you guys had rabbit? You okay? Okay, so squirrel is a gamier taste than rat. Just rabbit. I have not had rat, Mr. LD. Jesus Christ. I'm not that podunk, okay? I don't go out on the road. Oh man, this roadkill's still pretty good. Let's go make some roadkill soup. No, uh a squirrel is just a gamier taste of rabbit. Kind of like how venison is a gamier taste of beef, you know? It's like deer to beef is like squirrel to rabbit. So, it's got to be farm rat, not city rat. Uh oh, that makes me think of possum. Same thing with possum, actually. If you There's people out there that actually eat possum. I don't. I will never eat possum. But a lot of what'll kill you, Mr. LD, is the stuff they eat. A lot of city rats and city possums eat trash, dumpster, and garbage, you know? Um, but stuff like that isn't really going to taste bad if they're wild because they eat things like berries and grass and stuff. I mean, yes, you can eat a rat. I mean, I don't. The only thing I don't really go for squirrel is it's a lot of work because there's not a lot of meat there. Obviously it's a tiny squirrel. Um, but you have to kill a bunch of them to even matter, and like it's a lot of work. Have I eaten frog legs? Yes, I do like some frog legs. One thing I'm prone. You think I'm kidding? Okay, I'm pro to try just about anything. Will I like everything? No. But, I mean, have you eaten LD legs? I have not eaten them. It is a lot of cholesterol. It's bad for the heart, okay? Emotionally and physically. Oh, it hurts the heart. Oh, it hits me here. Oh, God, it hits me hard. Oh, yeah, here we go. Let's level up this dog here. I haven't watched Christmas Vacation in a long ass time. Let me eat my cholesterol. Hey, yeah, hey. You live by the cholesterol, you die by the cholesterol. Emotional damage. Emotional damage. Oh, yeah. Emotional damage. It's a really popular TikTok right now. Arcadia. If you don't know. Mm-mm-mm. Ah, it's fine. It is perfectly fine. Um, I don't really have TikTok either. My wife just shows me TikToks that she likes a lot. I have TikTok. The only reason I have TikTok is I got tired of her running in here and showing, like, shoving her phone in my face and saying, "Watch this TikTok." When now, since I have TikTok, the app, she can just click send, and she just sends it to me, and I'll just at one point I'll just scroll through all the TikToks she wanted to show me. So that way, like, it's easier for her to show me stuff and all that stuff. That's the only reason I've got it. I don't even look at uh I don't even look at the feed. I'm almost all if you pull my TikTok right now, the only thing that's gonna be up there is messages. And the only message I have is what like it says my wife. See, you have like 10 new TikToks from your wife. Yeah, that's what it'll say. Yeah. Yeah. So she just sends them to me. Just makes it easier. I can watch them in my spare time before her making me like stop whatever the fuck I'm doing so she can jam her phone in my face. Oh, so Mr. Ellie gets. Yeah, show me memes. Show me what I want to know, woman. Come on. Oh my god, put me down, you asshole. God, he basically just wiped me out. That asshole. Oh, here we go. I get the final one. Here we go. Whoa! Oh yeah, badass. I'm gonna stab this fucking sword in your head, you bitch. Yeah, there it goes. Whoo! Oh yeah. TikToks is like just the new look. I don't really invest in um I don't really invest time in the new video fad. I mean, come on. I wouldn't invest anything into TikTok because, good lord, look what happened to Vine. It just disappeared off the face of the planet. Okay, here we go. Need to learn that. So I can. Here we go. Yes. Sweet. Level him up. Let's go and give him master so he can get started on this. Okay, and learn. Done. Okay, boom, bada boom. You do D&D and fantasy TikToks? I love it. I love it, Tempest. Tempest, you know what? I may watch my feed if you're the one that does the TikToks. I'll watch it for you. If you do TikToks, I'm down for you, buddy. Buddy old pal. There's actually a lot of people Arcadia that do like funny D. There's one guy, Caitlin sends me TikToks from him a lot. He does like funny bard character TikToks where it's like while everybody's trying to be serious in the D&D campaign, it goes like wizard, barbarian, fighter, and everybody and it cuts the bard and he's just vibing in the corner. Always vibing, just going crazy. Trying to move towards those story TikToks. Oh yeah, I'm down for that, Tempest. I'll do that. I may just add you on TikTok and you can just send me some like Caitlin does. Just send them to me every time you make one. I'll be down to watch. I'll like it for you. I'll do it. Oh yeah, Mr. Ellie, there's people out there. The number one TikToker is I think Carly D'Angelo or something like D'Angela, something like that. D'Angie, whatever, something like that along those lines. And she made like $10 million last year because of TikTok. 133 million followers or something like that, like what I said. And her sister, like I think it's Bianca D'Angelo or something like that, made like 8 million simply because like she was sister to Carly D'Angelo. Like she was in a lot of her TikToks and started her own TikTok. Yeah, they both make bukus. And then like her sister also, because of being related to Carly, or Carly or whatever her name is, something like that, um, became a famous singer. You know, and made a couple $1 million from that career last year. Yeah, all of her family are fucking rich now because they're related to her. And they became influencers almost immediately simply because they were in relation to her. Yeah, sponsors. I think I saw an article on it or something like she gets sponsors and paid advertisement. I mean, think about it. It's about the same way that you would make a lot of money on Twitch. I mean, if come on, if I had 131 million followers on Twitch, I'd be making a lot of money too. So I don't know how she made millions of dollars, but because I think PewDiePie does really well, and he's got like what, like 400 million subscribers on YouTube. I think he does really well money wise, but I don't think he makes $10 million, like millions of dollars a year. I don't think. I'm probably wrong. He could probably be one of the richest motherfuckers I've ever seen, like in the world, but I don't think he makes a lot. Burger Pits, what's going on, man? Oh, he makes more than that? Yeah, I don't know his tax refund or anything like that. He probably makes fucking you hella wrong. I'm sorry, Mr. LD. Tell me how it is. Tell me how awful I am. Spit on me, call me scum. I'm sorry. Happy the dark spawn. Burger Pits, how are you, sir? Good. I'm good. I love being in your stream. Dude, you have got to tell me how you do some of your video editing stuff, like where you could press a button and it zooms in on you on the whole screen. Like you making a face and then you like go away from it. You have got to show me how you do that, Burger Pits. Like that's some cool ass shit. Or you click a button and you do the video where it says "It is how it is." That's fucking cool as hell. Yeah, I was floored with the stuff you could do on your stream, man. I was like, awesome, awesome, awesome. I'll have to get with you sometime, man. Because I was just like so love it. What happened to the arm of the king? Oh, oh, ah, ooh, popped my leg like 17 times. Ooh. Oh, Master. A little mean, a little rude. Oh, Burger Pits and Mr. LD, you have not seen yet Arcadia's favorite character that I've ever created. This is Tukey. Wait till it shows his face. Hold on. See me. I wait till it shows his face. He's a handsome, beautiful human being. You will love him tremendously. Arcadia loves him like ridiculously. She talks about how handsome he is all the time. You'll love him. He's my character. His name's Tukey Kuzland. Thank you for helping me. Yeah, she does. She's a liar. She talks about him a lot. I mean, I hear she says all these mean things about him on stream, but then she secretly whispers to me like he's actually really handsome. I'll give you that. After the kids she likes. From the playground. Hold on. Let's look at this handsome fellow. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that, man. No hair, no eyebrows. He's got the upper lip of a monkey, but he has got it going on. Yes, Burger Pits and LD have got it. They've get it. Oh, look at this handsome devil. Oh my goodness. You couldn't meet a more handsome devil than that. Oh, yeah, Mr. LD gets it. They get it. Woo! Oh yeah. Yeah, that's how Ark likes him. That's how she likes him. Still doing a modeling job for Prada. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, he has been contacted by Vogue, but we'll see. I mean, he's got a very busy schedule, you know, defending Ferelden from the Darkspawn. But he may be able to schedule it in. We'll see. We will see. He's got a very busy schedule. I mean, we'll see if he can fit it into his calendar. Oh, sexy man. Sexy man that is Tukey. Yeah, Mr. Elder. Yeah, just look at him. She prefers her as older brother. I mean, I don't know what it is about Fergus that you see. Yes, LD. Oh, not a monster. Arcadia, you're just being rude. Yeah, yeah, but hey, see, Mr. LD and Burger Pits get it. Of cursed objects. He's not cursed. He's cursed. Okay, he is cursed with very good looks. Cursed with being very handsome. It makes his life really hard for him. Yeah, see, Burger. I mean, that's rude, Arcadia. You're just kind of. Then we find this our too. Yeah, Burger Pits and Mr. L to get it. They are ego boosters for Tukey, and Arcadia just wants to bring him down. Yeah, cursed with good looks. Arcadia. Yeah. It was modeled after the guy she met on the teeter-totter on the playground. And now she just wants to deny it. I mean, kind of like one of those things where you're mean to the people you love when you're a kid. I mean, she just wants to be mean to him, but you secretly in love with him. Yes, Kissing. A bit of tree. So you say, but I mean, you really laying it on thick how much you hate Tukey. That makes me think you hate him so much that you like him. No toilet paper roll. He is not a toilet paper roll. You're just being rude. Yeah, I mean, Ark's in denial. Ark's in denial. I mean, Daddy Tip is coming here rolling up his sleeves. Who's coming after my daughter? Fuck you up. Come on. As ready as we'll ever be. This one's on you, Ark. I'm glad Mr. Eldy's backing me up. In his mini lamp, yeah. Tippus comes rolling in with his mini Lambo. Yeah, slides on in there. Does that thing from Step Brothers where on the merry-go-round with the fist. He just like doing donuts with his mini Lambo. Just punch, 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 punch. They see me rolling. They regretting. It's an excellent idea. Oh, okay. Sweet. Catch me red and dirty. I will add on my second person that I have on TikTok.
Good decor, good win.
I don't care about that. Add. So, There we go. I have added you, kind sir. We're not bullying.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but what this adds to our
I'm gonna let them bully me.
out of the wilds, she's not constant.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should accept you.
Oh.
This is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready. You must be ready. Alone, these two must be ready.
Oh boy.
They need
Oh.
without you, they will surely
Hmm.
and all will
Hmm.
come with light. Even I understand, and you won't. Do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world.
Oh, I love this game. Dragon Age Origins is a good game. I understand.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It's not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. Choice is yours.
No, I prefer you speak your mind.
You will regret saying that. Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment. When I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
I just. Do you really want to take her along because her mother said?
Oh, lurk away, Mr. Eldy. Lurk away. Thank you so much. The lurk's awesome. Always appreciated. You can get.
The Grey Wardens have always taken allies when they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
I think we should get underway.
Farewell, mother.
I'll ask some questions of him here after a while.
Get the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned
Father Temp coming in. Maternal instincts.
along with my hut swallowed up by the flood.
Good father. Good Father Temp.
All I meant was, yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Oh, hell yeah.
The time has come to leave the wilds. Do you not agree?
Okay, so now would be a time. Give me a second. I'm gonna go in to be right back. I'm gonna go get myself a drink and a little snack to eat right here, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Thank you guys so much for waiting. Now's probably a good time to do the codex entries. I've kind of bypassed a lot of them. I could do all these. Go to Redcliffe, go to Orzammar, go to the Basilian Forest, and go to the Circle of Magi. Codex Shade. Oh, story time, as Arcadia calls it. Roll up your seats, get your cup of tea. Let's do this. It has only been suggested that the only way for a demon to affect the world of the living is by possessing a living or once living body. But this is not always true. Indeed, a shade is one such creature, a demon in its true form that has adapted to affect the world around it. My hypothesis is this: we've already know that many demons become confused when they pass through the veil into our world. They are unable to tell the living from the dead, the very static nature of our universe being confusing to a creature that is accustomed to a physicality defined entirely by emotion and memory. Most demons seek to immediately seize upon anything they perceive as life, jealousy, attempting to possess it, but what of those that do not? What of those that encounter no life or fail to possess a body? What of those that are more cautious by their nature? These demons watch, they lurk, they envy. Sort of. In time, such a demon will learn to drain energy from the psyche of those it encounters, just as it did in the Fade. Once it is drained enough, it has the power to manifest, and will forever after be known as a shade. Such a creature spurns possession; it instead floats as a shadow across its piece of land, preying upon the psyche of any who cross its path. Perhaps it believes itself still in the Fade. There's evidence to believe that this is so. A fade, a shade will weaken the living by its very proximity. If it focuses its will, it will drain a single target very quickly. Some have even been known to insult the minds of a living victim, causing confusion or horror, making the target ripe for the kill. The tragedy of a shade is perhaps that once it has drained a target whole, its appetite is only heightened rather than slacked. Ah. Ogre, the big guy that we killed in the top of the tower, the big giant horned guy. A giant darkspawn. They were cool. Towering over their darkspawn kin, the massive ogres are a rare sight on the battlefield. Traditionally, they only appear during a blight, but some records claim that ogres have been spotted in the deep roads, hunting alone or in small groups. At least one report by the Grey Wardens claims that an ogre was spotted alone in the Kakari Wilds at 919 Dragon. Although it was weakened, it easily dispatched up to 100 of these creatures that occupy a darkspawn horde at any one time during a blight, often using their strength to burst through fortifications and demolish the front lines of the opposing army. They use brute force to charge their enemies like bulls, slamming the ground with their fists to shake enemies off their feet, hurl giant rocks into the face of oncoming foes. Melee can be difficult against a giant that snatches an warrior up in one hand, crushing the life out of him, or beating him into oblivion with the other hand. The nimble can try to wiggle his way free, or an ally can attempt an array of stunning blows on an ogre to free the comrade in danger. Grey Warden lore urges caution when slaying an ogre. Unless it is ensured that they have received a major wound to the head or the heart, it is possible that they are lying dormant and will generate to full health within a matter of minutes. During a blight, most Grey Wardens recommend burning all darkspawn to ashes, dead ogres in particular, so they can fake it. That's awesome. Ooh, Herlock. Alphas. Okay, so we did do emissaries. Alpha Herlocks are more intelligent and more skilled fighters, often serving as commanders or even generals. Got it. Okay, Genlock Alphas. In any group of Genlocks, there is usually one who is dominant. As the tallest, strongest, and smartest of their kind, Alphas serve as a sort of commander, directing or bullying the others in combat. Emissaries. The most intelligent of the alphas become gifted sorcerers with many abilities akin to blood magic. These are the emissaries that usually only appear during a blight. Sweet. Okay, so we got items. The shield. What are you trying to say, Tibbs? Nah, you're not liking it or what? Are you guys not like? I like to do the Codex entries. Howard was Mapharas's closest friend. They were children together in the same Avar clan. They fought side by side in many battles that Mapharas dubbed him Howard the Aegis. Better to have at his side than any shield. Mapharas brought Havard with him to meet the Teventers. It was unthinkable to stand before his enemies without his Aegis. When he understood that Mapharas was giving Andraste over to be executed, Havard, unwilling to draw swords against his friend and liege, placed himself between Andraste and the Deventer soldiers. The Deventers struck him down, and Mapharas left him for dead. But Aegis was not so easily destroyed. Havard lived and made his way gravely wounded to the gates of Minrathous to stop the execution. Too late, he found only the ashes of the prophet left to the wind and rain. When his fingers touched the ash, his ears filled with song, and he saw a vision of Andraste dressed in cloth of starlight. She knelt at his side, saying, "Rise, Aegis of the faith. The Maker shall never forget you as long as I remember." His wounds healed instantly, and with a new strength, Havard gathered up Andraste's remains and carried them safely back to the lands of Almari. Really? Second delay or huh? Hmm. I mean, I can call you on Discord with my phone if we want to do it that way, but I just didn't want to because we wanted to be able to stream us playing Fable, playing playing Fable together. And not many people. I'd have to put you on speaker, and I just don't like the sound quality of like people hearing you work, like hearing you talk through my phone to the microphone, like the speaker of my phone to the microphone. So, okay, characters. Oh, so many. Oh, Alistair. His mother was a serving girl who died when Alistair was very young. He was raised by Eamon Grain, Earl of Brickliff for a time. He fell in battle alongside Duncan at Ostagar. Some of us know what honor and loyalty are. She was the guy uh, that Logan she was the guy. She was the girl that Logan grabbed her arm and said, "Do as I command." So, Carwithan came to Logan's service the hard way. She belonged to a poor family, was out doing work on the farm when she saw a man on horseback being attacked by several bandits. She rushed to his assistance and found out belatedly that the man she saved was none other than the great hero Logan. Though she was hardly more than a child, he took her in, offering her position with his soldiers. She climbed through the ranks through sheer determination, becoming the commander of Merrick's shield. Logan's elite soldiers was the proudest moment of her life. Okay. He was killed in battle against an overwhelming number of Darkspawn Ostagar. Yep, we know that one. Here's a new one. Nobility does not exist without obligation. We owe all we have, even our lives, to our land and our people. As the maternal uncle of King Kaelin, Arl Eamon is one of the king's most trusted advisors. Redcliffe, while not a large or especially wealthy part of Ferelden, is a critical strategic location. The fortress guards the western pass that leads to Orlais, as well as the major trade route with Orzammar. A well-respected man, though not the most charismatic, King Kaelin once said of him, "My uncle Eamon is a man everyone thinks of when they remember to think of him at all." This one's gonna say, during the Battle of Oscar, he fled the field, leaving. Okay. So we got Rowan. Let's do Morgan. Okay, so yeah, got Flemeth. Okay, and then we go. Yeah, okay. All right, so Flemeth and Morgan are the new ones on this one. It's hard to tell because like it gets rid of the highlight when you go over them, and like it hides a lot. It makes you mad. You try to do nothing, least of all believe. Ages ago, legend says Ban Conabar took a wife, a beautiful young woman who harbored a secret talent for magic, Flemeth of Highever, and for a time they lived happily until the arrival of a young poet, Osen, who captured the lady's heart with his verse. They turned to the chastened tribes for help and hid from Conabar's wrath in the wilds until word came to them that Conabar lay dying. His last wish was to see Flemeth's face one final time. The lovers returned, but it was a trap. Conabar killed Osen and imprisoned Flemeth in the highest tower of the castle. In grief and rage, Flemeth worked a spell to summon a spirit into the world to wreak vengeance upon her husband. Vengeance she received, but not as planned. The spirit took possession of her, turning Flemeth into an abomination. Abomination is what they call mages that have been taken over by demons. A twisted, maddened creature, she slaughtered Conabar and all his men and fled back into the wilds. For hundreds of years, Flemeth plotted stealing men from the Chasen to sire monstrous daughters, horrific things that could kill a man with fear. These Kukari witches led an army of Chasen from the wilds to strike at the Almari tribes. They were defeated by the hero Cormac, and all the witches burned, so they say. But even now, the Wilders whisper that Flemeth lives on in the march, and that she and her daughters steal those men who come too near. Morgan's mother saved the last Grey Wardens from death at the top of the tower. He shall, but just who or what Flemeth truly is a mystery. Which of the wild such idle fit? Yeah, she already said that. Of herself, Morgan says little. She does not deny being a witch of the wilds, but beyond that, everything about her is in question. Her mother claims to be Flemeth. If that's true, the Morgan might well be a very powerful witch, for the tales of the daughters of Flemeth tell of twisted, monstrous women who can kill a man with fear. She was made to accompany the surviving Grey Wardens. The payment, Flemeth said, for saving their lives at the power of his shadow. Okie dokie. Controls, I can just throw it over. You know, really. It controls just like control tutorials. History of the Chantry, Chapter 1. For Tempest 6. The first blight devastated the Deventer Imperium, but not only had the Darkspawn ravaged the countryside, but Deventer's citizens had to face the fact that their own gods had turned against them. Dumat, the old god, once known as the Dragon of Silence, had risen to silence the world. Despite the frenzied pleas for help, the other old gods did nothing. The people of Imperium began to question their faith, murdering priests and burning temples to punish their gods for not returning to help. In those days, even after the devastation of the First Blight, the Imperium stretched across the known world, fringed with barbarian tribes. The Imperium was well prepared for invasions and attacks from without fitting, then, that the story of its downfall begins from within. The people of the far northern and eastern reaches of the Imperium rose up against their powerful overlords in rebellion. The Deventer masters summoned demons to put down these small rebellions, leaving corpses to burn as examples for all who would dare revolt. The Imperium began to tear itself apart from within. Throngs of angry, disillusioned citizens doing what centuries of imposing armies could not. But the Magisters were confident in their power, and they could not imagine surviving a blight only to be destroyed by their own subjects. Even after the Blight, Deventer commanded an army larger than any other organized nation in THERTAS, but that army was scattered and its morale dwindling. The ruin of Deventer was such that the Almari barbarians who had spread their clans and holds... Wife's taking a shower. Over the wilderness of the Ferelden Valley at the far southern edge of the Imperium, saw weakness, oppression, embarked on a campaign not only to free their lands, but to bring down mighty Deventer as well. The leaders of that blessed campaign were the great barbarian warlord Mafrath and his wife Andraste. Their dreams and ambitions would change the world forever. Story time is done. There we go. So on we go. Let's talk to people. Alistair.
What do you need? You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as
Talk to him about Duncan. Just thought you might need to talk.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it. Not when so much is riding on us. Not with the Blight.
Sorry if you guys don't like story time. I really enjoy world building, and
I'm sorry.
You know, I don't want to like. It's been so long since I played this game as well, so a lot of the back lore I may not necessarily remember. I'm done, Alistair.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive.
Sorry, Tempest, if you don't like the stories. I really do. Well, other Grey Wardens.
I don't know. I have no idea what the Grey Wardens do for them when they fall in battle. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I need to try. I'm just...
There we go. Let's have a drink. Lost enough to know what you're going through.
Yes, I imagine you really have, haven't you? Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Anytime, Alistair. Maybe I'll go to Hyrule with you when you go.
I'd like that. So would he, I think.
All right. Let's talk to Alistair.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you
Ask
something.
away.
What can a Templar do exactly?
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt dangers. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So, couldn't other learning talents?
Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars.
Oh, no.
We are given Lyrium to help.
Lurk away, man. Just lurk away. Don't even worry about me. You got stuff going on. You got stuff going on.
Controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves. Well, I'm sure you can put two and two together.
So you were addicted to this lyric.
Thankfully, no. You only start receiving lyrium once you've taken your vows. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templar's talents more effective, or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that.
Zeno! Hello, welcome back. Welcome back. Just as Arcadia said, welcome back. Did you sleep okay? How was the nap?
Bit of an exception.
I had Burger Pits in here for a second ago. I don't know if he...
What do you need?
I don't know if he's still in here. I understand if I drove him away with my story time. I hate that. I don't like to drive people away, but at the same time, I really like story time. You teach others to be a Templar.
But I really would rather not. When the Grand Cleric let Duncan recruit me, she made me swear never to reveal Templar secrets outside of the Chantry. I'd rather not go back on my word.
Something done here. There we go. Ah, perfect. Perfect. Oh, I'm glad, Arcadia. I'm really glad I don't drive you away. I just like lore building. I don't know if Zeno saw. I like to read the codex entries that come in here. I love to read them aloud. I love to read them. It's one of my favorite things. It's what I do normally when I first played this game. I love world building, and it lets me learn a lot. Now, obviously, after the 7th or 8th time of beating this game, I don't read the codex entries if I'm playing by myself, but I know this may be the first time someone sees this game, and I'm like, I really want them to know the backstory like I did when I first played it. Oh, well, I'm glad, Arcadia. Very well. I respect your word.
Ask me later, perhaps. Maybe I'll change my mind.
You are absolutely awesome,
Arcadia.
Arcadia. Thank
You're
you.
asking after all. What do you need? Ask away. I already said I would. What do you need? Ask away.
Tell me the Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
What are the nearest Grey Wardens from here?
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found.
Oh, Mr. LD's still here. Mr. LD, thank you.
Away. If we go north and cross the sea.
You never read them yourself? Zeno, thank you. You're awesome. You're awesome.
Again, however, I just don't know where.
I like to, and it's really good to talk a lot,
in other lands.
especially reading something like that aloud. I feel like, one thing I always hated growing up, especially in school, when you're told to read something, and it was always my fear. Yeah, you were lurking. You said lurk. Yeah, you said you were lurking. I'm surprised you're back. Mr. LD. Because I know you said you did like a hashtag lurk thing. Not hashtag, but exclamation point lurk. It was my biggest fear if I was told to read, and I sucked at reading. So I always invested everything in my time of like reading things aloud and trying to read it correctly. People couldn't make fun of me. I always hated that kid that like spent, like was monotone the entire time, or something like that. Not necessarily ones that I never dislike kids that read slow, because people, read at different paces than everybody. What I hate is that people don't put enthusiasm into reading. Like you're reading something. Just read it with enthusiasm. It doesn't matter if it's a history book. It doesn't matter. Yeah, a lot of people did hate reading aloud. But you gotta put passion into it. You gotta put emphasis in things. Reading slow or reading fast, would never get mad at people for reading fast or slow. Because that's not, everyone reads at different pace. Some people have reading disabilities and stuff like that. There's no reason to be upset with anybody. Is there headquarters in somewhere?
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Loghain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond that...
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Zeno.
Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfelds, 1,000 miles.
Yeah, stop going late to bed.
How to even contact them. So unless we try to...
There's one phrase that sticks out. One that you had to read out loud, Arcadia?
The answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go.
So what happens now? There's just two of us.
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan.
Dindy got... Oh, I missed the Dindy.
actually.
We went to bed early last night. We were really
So
tired
who knows what
because of
remains
the
people
booster shot and
can
stuff.
afford
Caitlin
to
just wasn't feeling well. We were feeling 1,000 times better today.
We could try to contact them, but
Also,
that would mean leaving Ferelden. And even if we
what was
did,
the
they couldn't
phrase
come
that
back with us
you
in time to stop
remember
the
to this
fight.
day, Arcadia, that you had to read out loud?
So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
Oh my! I can just imagine. I can just imagine. If about to say it was Sandra there, but I doubt it because Sandra definitely needed to be in bed. What's that from? Maybe we need to restart building the
I
order.
mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves Lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only
Big
be
book.
2 of us for now. Until
We
more
should
come from elsewhere.
read a lot of them. What happened if we just left?
Just left? You mean just left Ferelden? I don't know. If there's an archdemon, however, we're supposed to be the only ones who can defeat it.
Worry about the weather.
And that means the blight would grow unchecked.
I can imagine.
Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come
I used to
fight
read a lot
it,
of books
but they
like
wouldn't
that.
come in time to save Ferelden.
The only books that I really remember from like
I'm
high
not
school
going anywhere.
was from high school that I would read like a lot of Shakespeare. We mostly my high school English classes we read Shakespeare. So we read things like Romeo and Juliet, Midsummer's Night's Dream, and I don't think we read Hamlet, but I read that in my college literature class. Last shot. Bruce is going to be hard to get. You know that, right? He's going to be real hard to get. Okay, well.
How about the Grey Wardens, any? What do you need? Ask
That's
away.
something. Okay, I'm going to leave it at here. High dragons and dragons are all female according to Dragon Age lore. Males of the species are not called dragons, but drakes, and they never grow wings. The difference between a high dragon and a dragon is maturity level. Both are always female, but a high dragon is much older. Wow, that's cool. You don't even know what Bruce is. Bruce is our rooster. Brucey Bruce, 100% Bruce. I'll go get him. You redeemed it, so I have to go get him. Oh my gosh. Oh my lord! Oh my god. Last shot. You should feel bad. Yeah, it did take some time. He ain't easy to catch, this little shit. Ain't easy to catch. This is Bruce. Brucey Bruce. He's 100% Bruce. This is Bruce. Last shot. It took me and Caitlin both to catch him. She said, "You're in trouble." Last shot. She's like, "It took too long to catch him." Especially because it's daytime. They're real easy to catch at night when we do it 7 to 9. They're real easy to catch at that time because they're all in the coop and like they're in the tiny little coop. Now we have to like corner him. But enjoy him. Enjoy him while you have him. He's a good boy. He is what's based on our raid emote. If you saw it, here we go. Hold on. Let me get it out here. There we go. Those emotes. That's Brucey Bruce. 100% Bruce. Yes. That's Brucey Bruce here. Beautiful boy. Tell him how upset you are. He's the top cock. He's the only boy that we have running around. He is fat bastard. Yeah. That's what we used to call you as aggravated as we get catching him. He becomes fat bastard. The top cock. He is the top cock. He's the only boy left. We have all our other boys in a pen pinned up because you can't have too many. You can have way too many roosters, and at times they can they'll overbreed your hens and really kind of rough them up, and you don't want that. Is all. And that's only if you have the roosters that like grow up together, and so they don't fight. What they do instead is they just overbreed the hens. Like when one's done breeding, the other one tries to breed. I mean, it's too much. So we pin them up. Got old Brucey Bruce. He's a good boy. I'm sorry it took so much time, though. I'm so sorry.
It was difficult.
Oh my god. Oh, I missed Savage coming in. I'm so sorry. Oh, I missed a lot. Hold on. I have to read through all this.
I called Henry while I was down there.
Okay. Called who?
Henry.
Oh, don't even be that way. Don't even be that way. Henry. Who's Henry? Oh,
He's
okay.
coming over Thursday and he's gonna help me.
Okay. I'm so sorry, everyone. Yeah. It is Bruce. He is very upset right now because of how long it took to catch him. But he's a pretty boy, can't you tell? Look how pretty this boy is. Look how big this boy is. He's a big boy. Compared to the chicken that was here before, he's a big boy. Did you really just eat something off my arm? He did. He's a big boy. See, look, I'm not even holding him. Look at this. Yeah, he acts like he's upset, but he doesn't really care. Because look, as I said, he's just sitting on my lap, not holding him. He is a hungry boy. He's a big one. He acts like he runs from us, but then he gets babied every time we hold him. So I don't know why he acts like that. Yeah, he will run away. At some point. He's a good boy. He's a good one. All right. Well, last shot. Enjoy your Bruce time. So I ask as well, if while you guys are here, don't redeem the taking shots because we do not actually have. Yeah, he's just sitting there. He's very content. He's just sitting in my arm. Very content. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He is a full-blooded, silver-laced cochin. As you can tell why they call him silver-laced. He's beautiful. He's a beautiful boy. He's coaching because he's got feathers on his feet. He's a beautiful boy. Just you are. Just you are. But he is fuck. What was I thinking? Fuck, what was I thinking? You have to get your enjoyment. We're also out of alcohol for. Please don't ask us to do the shots. Keep your points until we get alcohol. We'll let you know when we get alcohol. Again, we're probably gonna do that at some point this week. Second, please. We can catch anything else. Baby chicks, adult chickens. Everything else is easy during the daytime. This guy is really hard, and the main reason is because he's smarter than the rest of them. When we go near him, he's very skittish. He's a lot more skittish than the other chickens because he wasn't born here. The rest of the chickens were born here and raised here and everything, so they were like we raised them as babies. He wasn't. He was our first. He's our oldest chicken that we have. Actually, we got him from my parents as a fully grown chicken. So he's very skittish. So he's not near. I ask if you're gonna redeem, bring Bruce. Please do it when it's dark here. I should. Actually, I'm probably gonna put in parentheses, bring Bruce the Rooster on, in parentheses, at night. So, like, even now, yeah, I'm gonna put that into, please, at night. I'm gonna put it at night. So, we'll get him. I'm not gonna get rid of everybody's Bruce time. Because Bruce is a good rooster. He's a good boy. Always okay last shot. You enjoying your Bruce time though? He's a big boy. See how big he is? He's a big boy. See, he's got his feathers on his feet. Look at his feathers. He's a big one. Yep. Tell him how it is. You tell him how it is. Yeah. All right. Don't be last shot. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go put Brucey back up. I'll be right back. We'll play some more Dragon Age here for just a second. I need to get one of Dad's chicken catching hooks. All right. I'm back. I'm so sorry about the delay, everyone. I will know how to root modify it. How did you become a Grey Warden?
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
Me before that.
Let's see. I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills.
You don't seem like a religious sort.
You're telling me I was banished to the kitchens to scour the pots more times than I can count. And that's a lot. I can count pretty high. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did? I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
You think Duncan took pity
I
on you?
don't know. Maybe. When he came looking for recruits, I just remember praying fervently to the Maker that he would pick me. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have.
I shouldn't have brought him up.
No, it's... I'm sorry. I shouldn't be. It's fine. He died a hero.
So I'm probably going to end this stream here in about 8 minutes.
Come on, let's go.
Because it gives Caitlin time to get everything set up because she wants to stream at 3:30. So it is 3:07 here. So I really want to...
What do you need? Ask away.
Yeah, Harley even raised you. Bring it up harder. What do you mean?
Did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfels. A whole pack of them, in fact.
It's not what I remember you telling me.
Well, if you're going to go and pay attention to the facts...
Bring it up harder and faster
then
and intense.
Fine. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any
What do you
smart
mean?
comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle.
Or you want me to increase the difficulty, or...
Arleman wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me.
I don't know what you're meaning, Tempest. You're going to have to explain some
I
more.
respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was...
I hate that I missed Ninnis coming in. Ninnis, if you're still here, thank you so much, man, for coming in. I saw your stuff, and I agree. I usually hate all of Taco Bell's like new things, so bring it up harder, faster and more intense. I don't quite know what you're meaning, Tempest. What are you meaning about the cow stream? Why would I bring... What do you mean bring it up harder? Faster and more intense. Why did he send you up to Tentry?
Arleman eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all
Oh.
sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Arlessa, resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The
Right, yeah,
Arlessa
Tempest
made
just
sure
throwing
that
out
she
random
wasn't at
shit.
home to me by that point.
I mean,
She was
Arcadia, what can you
fine.
say? That's your father for you. You're probably luckier than most orphans.
I suppose you're right. I wasn't raised as the Arl's son, though, if you're picturing that. I slept in hay, out in the stables, not on silk sheets. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's.
Tempest rolling up in his mini
Furious
Lambo,
at being
faster,
sent away,
harder than ever.
tore it off and threw it at
Do
the
the
wall
cow
and
stream.
shattered.
Takes off his
Stupid,
sunglasses and it'd be
stupid
like,
thing to do.
I've got my 50,000 channel points.
The Arl came by the
Slowly
monastery
puts
a
it
few
back
times.
on, drifts
I
away
was,
again.
But I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
Zara will help you.
All I know is that the Arl is a good man and well loved by the people. He also was King Caelan's
Drive you to
uncle,
school with.
so it
It's
has
so
the
many though that
best
only
motivation
Tempest can
to
fit in it, so
gain
you have to
paid
be like
for it.
strapped to the hood or the
Anyway,
roof of it.
That's really all there is to the story. What do you need? Ask away.
Why have you remained a Templar if you hate the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
Thought Templars wore heavy plate mostly.
That's just in public. In private, we have these yellow and purple tunics, right? Much more comfortable, and you don't break the beds when you jump on them during a pillow fight.
Yeah, it's a mini Lambo. I mean, like only Tempest can fit inside it. So to be able to drive you to school, I mean, you have to be like hooked to a trailer that it would be hooked to, like be sitting in the back of the trailer trying to hold on, or like surfing across it. Yeah, I mean, you can't be in it though. There is no passenger seat. It's too tiny. There's only one seat.
don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
I do really want to know.
Poke, poke, poke. Tell me everything about your life, Alistair. All right, if you insist. It's not like we have anything better to do, right? The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery.
I will probably, I said I was going to stop at 3:15. I may stop until after I get everything done with Morgan. Talk to Morgan, and right before I leave to go to on the Dementor Highway. So that way we're not like starting off with story time. What did you enjoy about the training?
The education mostly, but also the discipline. You need to have a disciplined mind in order to use the abilities we have. It was difficult, but rewarding. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
My home was taken over by our house.
Right. Stupid of me to ask. I'm sorry. We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come.
You're gonna get a bigger Yeah, you're right. So selfish of you to get a one-seater Lambo. For not bring your daughter Arcadia to school every day. You get yourself a two-seater. That's assuming we survive.
You're right. Best to concentrate on what we have to do right now. What do you need? Ask away.
Okay. Alright, that's that. And we'll go.
The time has come to leave the wilds.
Marston! See anything interesting? Slightly damaged cake. Cake! Excellent, good boy. Lambo Fund. Make a spooky area nearby. See anything interesting? Doesn't seem fun to me. Okay, alright, that's it. Alright. Luckily sadly I can't talk to Morgan. Maybe I can talk to Flippeth.
Have you not left yet? I hope you are not hanging
Do you have
about
some questions?
Questions. One would think a Grey Warden would be more interested in action.
Can I ask about your magic?
What good would it do you? You are no mage. It is sufficient that I have passed on my knowledge to Morrigan, and I pass her on to you.
Like a worn dress or an old pair of shoes.
Are you still here? You cannot give them away, apparently.
Yes, we do need to get you an Xbox. Get you to be able to play some cool ass games with us. Be homeschooled.
Since before I was wrinkled and old.
Yeah, we definitely gotta. If you
But I was once young and beautiful, just as Morrigan is now. Yes, men desired Flemeth then, and some even killed for her.
grab you on Discord? Yeah, absolutely. Last shot. Yeah. Who is? Oh, okay. So now's a good time to stop. I sadly gonna have to end it here.
I am
If we get through this, no more questions.
Then we are...
Okay, so I'm gonna have to end it here. My wife's best friend just arrived at her house, so go to your damn guests. Send me a text, last shot, on kind of what you want to talk about, and I'll possibly even call you later, call you after that. So once they're out of here, so I will see you guys here after a while.